Welcome to Why I Knit. My name is Rachel and I'm your host. You can find all the show notes at whyknitvidcast.blogspot.com. You can find me on Ravelry where I am Yarn Talk. There's also a Ravelry group. You can find me on both Instagram and Twitter as Why I Knit. It is Saturday, January 17th. 2015, and I hope everyone had a good week. I had a okay week. Not a great week, but a pretty good week. I have a lot to get to today, so I'm going to get right into it. First thing is that I can't show it to you, but I do have something off the needles, and that is the second mitered square. The reason why I can't show it to you is because I put it in my box where I'm keeping the miter squares in, and I can't tell the difference between them, the two that I've already completed. I thought that there was a little hole in the second one because I kind of screwed that one up a little bit. Yeah, I can't find it. So I can't show it to you, and I forgot to take a picture of it when I completed it, which I'm a little bit annoyed at myself about doing, but it happens. The good news is that they're basically the same size. One of them's a little bit smaller than the other, so I probably was a little bit too tight on that one, or a little bit loose on the other, I don't know. But when I start working on the third one, which I haven't yet, and I'll explain why when I get to on the needles. But I'll try to be I'm gonna try to be a little bit looser on the cast on than I've been, and I will also explain another reason why I'll be a little bit looser when I get to on the needle stuff. So, miter square number 2, finally off the needles. I'm hoping to start the gold one within the next 2 to 3 weeks, probably 2.5, hopefully. On the needles. I can't show you my mom's bag because I haven't made a lot of progress on it, if any. So that's going to change this week. That's one thing that I'm definitely going to work on no matter what. This week is my mom's bag, bag number 1, because I really need to get my nose to the grindstone about that, because I want to finish the flap by the end of the month, and then start on the actual bag in February, hopefully. I do have something to show you, though. This is the reason why mitered square number 3 has been delayed. These are the needles I used. This is not a mitered square. This is Miriam's scarf, which I've been working on for the past, I want to say, a couple of days. It's been a pain in the butt at first. This is out of Red Heart Soft, I think. Let me double check, because it's definitely softer than the Super Saver. Yeah, Red Heart Soft. And this is, the blue is turquoise. It's not like really blue. It is a turquoise color. And let me see. It's a lot brighter. It's not this dark. I can definitely tell. It looks like a darker turquoise, but it's more in person. There's more of a green tone to it, I would say. But it's not this blue. I can promise you. I mean, it's blue. But you can tell that there's a little bit of a green, I don't know, trying to think of the right word, overtone, undertone, or something. And then the other color is white. And yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like. It's white. But getting back to this actual scarf, and I know this is acrylic, but this is what my sister chose out. Originally, I had wanted to do a, like 2 cables on the side of the scarf, and then in the middle, do a, cable with the other color, depending on which one. And so, and that's what I eventually decided to do. But it took me about 3 tries of me casting it on and ripping it out, like, because it just wasn't working out. I don't know if it was the yarn didn't want to cooperate or if it was me. I have no idea. Thankfully, the yarn is now cooperating, and I'm very happy, and my sister, I think, is going to be very happy. Because I think it was because I couldn't figure something out or whatever. I don't know. But, yeah, so it's going to be hopefully done within the next week and a half, hopefully. I've been bringing it in the car. Actually, yesterday was the first day that I brought it in the car to work on. And I'll probably bring it in the car tomorrow, and I probably will bring it in the car, like this week, just to, like, get it done. So once that's, like, really done, I will take a picture, give it to my sister, and then be done with it. That way Mom's bag will become a priority. And maybe I can even start working on my sister's bag again as well, but not 1,000% sure about that yet. And finally, the last thing I have on the needles is I have to grab it for a sec, and I'm not stopping because it's right behind me. And yes, you hear, I'm not sure if you hear the needles clicking. But I don't know how many people look at my regular blog, Never Not Knitting, Never Not Stitching, not Never Not Knitting. Oh, I think that's also a blog. But yesterday, Friday, the 16th, I had posted a picture of what I was working on, and I wanted people to take a guess of what it is. I will have a link to that post at the bottom of the show notes. But I didn't get any guesses when I checked, but that's okay. But I'm going to show it to you right now. This is the secret project, and yes, it's on DPNs, and I don't know if you can see it's like more of an off-white than a white that the webcam is picking up, but I'm not sure if anyone can guess what I am working on. But if you read the show notes before you watched the episode, you'll know that I have cast on my practice sock. Yes, I think last week I said that I was going to start the practice sock this week if I got a chance. And I did. I went to Michael's. I originally was going to pick up some circulars in lower sizes that I didn't have, but they actually didn't have those sizes that I wanted. So I did get DPNs in those sizes. And I got some extra DPNs. By the way, these are, the practice sock is being on 7s. And these are boy needles. I just picked these up. At Michael's as well. And it's, Super Sailor on Iran. And it's more of like an off-white taupey kind of color, I guess. At least that's what I could tell. Then more of like a white. But I really like it. It's really, even though it's just a solid color, it's actually kind of pretty. But I'm using, a tutorial, the Silver Sock Class by Kristen Bellhammer? I'm probably mispronouncing her last name, but I really like this class. It's, well, tutorial more than anything than a class. It's really easy, and I know it's very popular, and I really like it. Because about, not a year ago, maybe about 5-6 months ago, I had started another different practice sock, but when I got to the gusset, I was having there was like a little hole. After I picked up the stitches on the sides of the flap, there was a little hole on the side. I think I got a little bit too frustrated with that, so I kind of just dropped doing the practice sock. But this time I'm not going to be frustrated, because I know that sometimes there might be like a little hole that forms when I get to the gusset. I'm not scared of turning a heel. Turning the heel is actually, how should I say, it's kind of easy for me. What I'm a little bit concerned about is when I get to the gusset. So, I'm just using the tutorial for my practice sock. I do have sock yarn that I will show you when I get to stash enhancements. But it's like big box sock yarn. It's not anything from Etsy. And I'll kind of explain when I get to stash enhancements why I did that. So that is what is on the needles. And now it is time for the spin zone. So, spinning. I decided this morning to put the singles that I had on my spindle onto a paper towel. And yes, it's kind of hanging, but because I had the leader right there and I didn't really want to show it. So, these are the first set of singles that I've done on this spindle. Right here. It's like just a basic spindle. It's not anything special. And I've shown, I posted a link a couple weeks ago. Actually, let me not hold it by the whirl, by the shaft. But yeah, here's my spindle empty. Because I've never shown, my spindle empty and stuff. So, I'll probably start the second set of singles tomorrow. Because I want to like really focus on the sock and the scarf today. I think that's like my big thing. But yeah, that's gonna go probably pretty well. And I was thinking of doing a 2-ply. But I might have enough to do a 3-ply. And then whatever I don't use, I'm gonna put like in a little baggie, and then like whenever like I'm in between fibers and stuff, I can always spin that for practice and stuff. But if I can get a 3-ply, that would be great. But if I can, I think I probably have enough for a 3-ply. But as I said, with this yarn, I'm not really concerned about yardage or if I overspin or underspun. If I overspin, when I go set the twist, I think some of that will loosen up a little bit. If I underspun, what I'm probably gonna do is when it's time to go to do the twist ply. I mean, I'll probably just over ply a little bit maybe. That way, when I go set it, it will loosen up too. But yeah, I'm probably gonna do hopefully finish that within by mid-February maybe, hopefully, and we'll take it from there. But I want an honest opinion, and you can leave a comment in the Ravelry group or on the show notes page. Is it too early for me to look at a wheel? I do have a wheel in mind. I'm thinking of getting the Satch Ladybug because I've heard that it's really good for beginners. And also, price point wise, it's not the cheapest wheel, but it's also not the most expensive. And I found a place, I'm not going to say where quite yet, that has them a little bit less expensive. I'm also going to look for used ladybugs as well. But I am probably not going to get a wheel until at least not February, April. That my plan is to get, that's when I'm probably gonna get the wheel. So I'm probably gonna spend one more thing on my spindle, and I'll always have something on my spindle as well. But one more thing that will be like completely spun on my spindle. But I'm not 100% sure if that's definitely the one that I am going to be getting or not. Okay, so that is it for spinning and the spin zone for today. Stash enhancements. I have got some sock yarn. As I said, on the needle section, I got sock yarn. But I said it was the big box sock yarn because I got it at Michael's. And I got Patton's Croy socks in Singing the Blues stripes. Not sure if you can see that. You can't really see the name of that. But that's what it is. It says 75% washable wool. I guess it's like different. It's like a blend probably. And 25% nylon. I got 2 of these. And I'm going to be using them to make just like plain old vanilla socks. After I finish the practice sock. The reason why I decided to get big box sock yarn to start out with is that I don't want to ruin beautiful hand-dyed yarn that I got from Etsy or like better quality sock yarn. So I'm gonna hopefully make 2 pairs of socks from the patents, and then once that's done, I'll probably maybe get something from Etsy or regular, like just better quality sock yarn, but I'm not 100% about that. So yeah, that I'm not gonna consider the Iran, which I showed you, and the turquoise and white stash enhancements, because, well, especially for the Red Heart Soft, it's not going to be for me, it's going to be for my sister, so that's why. Because she's the one who picked out the colors. Same thing with my mom, she's the one who picked out all the colors for her bags. Whereas with the sock yarn, that was what I picked out, and then the Iran, I just picked a color that I didn't think I had. And I don't even know what I'm going to do with the rest of it. I might do like one more practice sock and then go on to the sock yarn. See how that goes. But we'll take it from there. State Fair. Let's see. The Delaware State Fair is not till July. But entries open up in April. On April 1st. And I think they close June 30th. And I've entered before, but unfortunately I've only had stuff to completion once. I'm terrible at completing things on a deadline. But now that I'm knitting, I'm thinking of entering. I might do just like 1 or 2 entries this year, and then like work on it throughout the spring, and then the first half of the summer, and then send it in, because my mom doesn't drive on highways, and the only way to get to the state fairgrounds is to like go on a highway, and I don't think she really wants to do that. So they have the option to mail the entries in, and that's what I did a couple of years ago. But I don't know if I want to do that again, because the last time I entered, I got 3rd, which sounds great, but it was out of 3 entries, and I had looked at the results, and I'm not gonna say anything other than I was not particularly happy with myself. And I know probably someone from the state fair might see this and then say I'm being a little bit critical. I don't care. I really don't. I might enter, I might not. I haven't made a decision yet. I have about a month and a half to make. Actually, I'm sorry, 2.5 months. Forgot about March. To make the decision whether I really want to enter or not. But I think the premium list for this year hasn't even been posted yet. That probably won't be posted until February. If they say that you have to go to the fairgrounds to drop off your entries, then that will make my decision a lot easier. But right now, I'm not 100% sure. I'm actually thinking of teaching my sister how to knit, so maybe she might be interested to enter, because she's eligible for a different division than I am. I have to go into the 22 and over division, but for her age, there's like a 17 to 21, and she just makes it into that age group. But so yeah, sorry I'm moving the laptop around a little bit. Just wanted to make sure I got good lighting for that. But I'm not 1,000% sure if I'm going to be doing that or not. And I'll be saying that a lot over the next couple of weeks, as you can tell already. Alrighty, we're almost done, so don't worry. Rivalry group. There's a new thread up. It's not going to be for this episode, but for next episode, because I kind of put it up a little bit late for this episode, so I'm gonna go ahead and archive it in about a day or two. But in the future, I'll put it up more earlier. But the thread is where you can post pictures of what you're working on, and I will try to post as many of them as I can at the end of each episode for my viewers. And I'll put your Ravelry name. This is only on Ravelry. You cannot send me pictures any other way. So don't worry. And if you don't want your picture to be posted, just leave a note, and I will respect that. But like if you just wanted to share with a group, that's fine. But I will try to post as many pictures as I can from you guys, from the viewers. Let's see, what else? There are as I said, there are not going to be any pictures of any of my stuff either for this episode, but next time I will try to do it for me, at least. That way there are pictures. And then finally promoting the vidcast, I say, but you could say podcast too. If you see that, but it's only available on YouTube. That's the only thing. But I've been joining a couple of new groups. Just in order to get the name of Why I Knit out there. I don't know why. I think it's just me being a little bit self-promotion happy. But I think a lot of people do that as well. But yeah, there's that. Oh, last thing, I actually have two more things in my notes today. Let's see. Roundtable possibility. This is gonna sound more like a knit night than anything. I posted something on the blog, on the show note blog, about having possibly a roundtable to talk about what you're knitting on, what you're spinning, some things about like the state of knitting as a whole, like in the U.S. if you're in the U.S., internationally if you're international, and I'm thinking of doing this possibly starting in February, and it will be pre-recorded. I would put it up as a episode. We would probably use Google Hangouts, because I think that's the easiest. But I'm not 100% sure yet about that. I'll have a link in the show notes to the post and contact me on Ravelry. I think that's the only way I said you can contact me. And last but not certainly least, I want to give a shout out to 2 new podcasts I found over the past week or so. They both happen to come out of Kentucky. And one of them is Bluegrass Spinner, and the other is Yarn on Over. And I will talk a little bit more about these two and other podcasts that I like in a few weeks. I probably won't do it next week or so. But that is it for today. I will have a link. I have a lot of links today to a lot of stuff. But yeah, that is it for today. And I will be back next week, hopefully. Because it's supposed to get really cold next week. So if there's not an episode next week, I apologize. But I'm going to try my best to record next week. Let's see. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Happy knitting. Hope everyone has a great week. And see you next Saturday, in all likelihood. Bye for now.